Good morning, guys. It is a hot Friday morning, and I'm here. Now, I was going through Luke chapter 9, just about near like from 51, and Jesus was heading to Jerusalem, going for one of the festivals. And so he passed through Samaria and he asked for some help. And the Samaritans refused to help him because they said that he was on his way to Jerusalem. And that was pretty much just customary around that time. Many times the Samaritans, there was this dispute as to who were the real worshippers and so on. And so they decided they were not going to help him. I guess, he should be coming there. Anyway, now I think by this time they had become familiar with the fact that this guy had a lot of power. And so they say, hey, listen, why don't we just call down fire and brimstone to stop them, burn them up, they don't want to help us out, let's destroy them. And he says, hey, no, 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 no. Don't do that. You don't know what spirit you are, because the Son of Man did not come to destroy, but he came to save lives. And sometimes when people react in a certain way, we have this tendency of deciding that, we're gonna pass judgment, we're gonna be judge, jury, execution, and everything. But remember the time there was a lot of things that had not yet been revealed. We know that further on the Samaritans were saved and all these different things and so on, but at that point in time they were not in that place yet. And that's one of the things I love about God. When we are there in our ignorance and we don't know and we refuse to do the things that we probably should do, He doesn't condemn us. They missed out on an awesome blessing. They could have been helping him in his preparation to get into Jerusalem and be a part of that whole amazing process. But instead, they missed out on that simply because they were following tradition, we Jews don't associate with the Samaritans and so on. And I want us to be wary of that. Sometimes we can miss out on blessing because, we, prejudge somebody, this person is of a particular area, this person is of a particular race, this person is of a particular denomination. So I'm not going to associate with them, I'm not going to help them and whatever. And you have no idea who you're helping. Sometimes this is somebody who God is going to move on to do amazing things and you could have been a part of that process, or that person could have been the one to help you in a tremendous way, but because you prejudged who they were and all these different things, you missed out on that blessing. So I want us to be aware of that as we go into the weekend. Let's not be judgmental of traditions and the things and so on, but be willing and open to the voice of God and what he's saying to you for now, what he's saying to you in this particular situation, what he's saying about this particular person, about this particular thing, and work with that. He gave them a chance to be a part of his preparation as he went into Jerusalem. He was going to be crucified and all of that, and they would have been there helping. Instead they missed out on that simply because of tradition. So don't let's get caught up in all these traditions. We don't do this, we don't do that. There's some of them that are really funny. You go out at night, you come in through your back into the door to keep the spirits outside. I mean, like, come on, spirits could pass through doors. So you watching the spirit in the face, ain't really gonna do anything, if there really is a spirit there. And there's just some weird traditions that we have, but let's not get caught up in traditions and miss out on the blessing that God has for us. And secondly, let's not be judgmental. You don't know what place that person is at. Sometimes that person is hurting deeply at this point in time, and you might come looking for to them to help you with a particular thing, but they're just not in a space at that time to be able to do it. Don't just be like, oh, well, I'm never going to talk to them, that's a horrible person or whatever. No, leave that up to God and watch him work in your life. He still went on to Jerusalem, he still went on, fulfilled his purpose, and salvation came to those same people further on. All right, so that's my word of encouragement to you today. Remember, he loves you and I do too. Be blessed, have a fabulous Friday and an awesome weekend.